My name is Ruben Mwaura. I'm the CEO of VisionFund Kenya. Part of my role is to oversee our business across the country where we have our operations. We have several operations here in Kenya. But my mandate is to ensure that we have a very strong team that is serving our rural communities, but also driving the strategy and ensuring that we execute flawlessly on the mandate and our objectives as stipulated in our strategy and as guided by our board of directors. VisionFund Kenya, well, we will be celebrating 25 years next year. We started in 2000. It was a department in World Vision. Later on was formed as a limited company. Then it was called Cadet. It's operated in Kenya for I think about 13 years before it changed name to VisionFund. That was in 2013. That's when we changed from Cadet to VisionFund, and is a wholly owned subsidiary of World Vision. World Vision is a global humanitarian organization which saw the need for economic empowerment for communities where they serve, and that's part of the reason why they decided to start VisionFund to be able to extend financial services and livelihood solutions to the communities where World Vision was serving them. But since we have grown and extended beyond World Vision operation areas, and we are able to serve customers across the country and not just in where World Vision Kenya is serving. Over the years, we have served many clients, and as you know, our mission as guided by the Global Vision Fund is that our mission is we believe in brighter futures for children, and by that belief we empower families to create incomes and jobs, and thereby provide a way to unlock the potential for communities to thrive. So our biggest driver is to see the lives of children, that when in the communities where we serve, when we go, you are able to see children who are participating, children who are going to school, children who are well, they have good health, and they are living in homes that offer dignity to them and part of protection. And therefore our solutions are mainly have been driven towards resolving and addressing that issue of having children having brighter futures for children. And thereby, because we cannot fund children, our financial services and livelihood solutions are mainly geared towards giving loans to the beneficiaries. So we have various products that we offer to those families so that we empower them to create incomes and jobs. And over the years, we have served, I think, close to 300,000 customers who have come through us, and they have gotten various solutions over the years. And we still continue to serve those communities, the most vulnerable in the rural areas and low-income areas. That's where you will find VisionFund in operation. And so our solutions are mainly client-led, and over the years we have of course disbursed millions of dollars to our customers, and being able to see children go to school, and the feedback that we actually get, because that's what drives us, is when we hear our customers tell us that they were able to take their children to school, that their business are thriving, and that there is change in the community where they are operating. We of course do a lot of studies and surveys to be able to validate that information, and over the years we have seen that customers always prefer VisionFund services because of the way that we are able to connect with their needs. Our mandate as an organization is driven from the World Vision International. We have what we call our Promise 2030. That's where we draw our mandate as an institution. And through that, we have what we call our livelihood promise. And our livelihood promise is what we borrow from and contextualize to be able to drive the agenda and drive our business here in Kenya. And as I mentioned earlier, that our target market is low income, most vulnerable and rural communities. So that's where we serve, and it's purely driven by our main shareholder, who is World Vision, that they would want to see those low-income communities and rural communities, that when you go into those communities, you see people who are thriving. And therefore, the solutions that we offer are geared towards addressing those needs. So among our key main products, we have business loans, and business loans are in 3 categories. We have what we call the chipuka, which means in Swahili, it means sort of germinate. This is meant for people who are just getting out of the poverty line. They are economically active, and they need some form of financing to be able to fund their business. We also have what we call nawiri, is that when you plant a seed, you would wait for it to germinate, and then after it germinates, it blossoms. So this is businesses that are blossoming, and so we have a solution for them as well. But we also have a solution for those who have established businesses. We call them Vuma, because we want them to expand and exploit the potential that they have in the market. So that's in the business front. And before I forget, is that our solutions are not just mainly for women. I know we have a specific target on women. In fact, we serve 70% of our clientele are women. But we also do have solutions for that we provide to men, because we do believe men are a key important pillar in our society. But we also have agriculture. This is what we call Mkopo Shambani. We provide that it's a balloon loan that is meant to offer a loan to our customers who are doing farming, who are doing irrigation, who are doing livestock farming, and that one is paid at the end of the period. And actually 30% of our business is agric, and we have a very key focus on that, because as part of our climate change agenda, we really want to ensure that we are providing interventions in that space. Also, we have other products, education. We do offer education loans to parents who are taking their kids to school. But one of the products that we have introduced recently is education for schools. And this has, because of the impact that we seek to achieve and the reach of children that we want to achieve, we have introduced a new product for schools, for private schools specifically, and we are working with the private school association, to be able to offer that solution. And so far, that product, we have given it to 60 schools here in Nairobi, and it's a very good space that we are watching. That with the introduction of CBC, a lot of private schools, what we found out is that they need lab equipment, they need to extend their classrooms, they need to train their teachers, and therefore the financing gap that is there, we are able to address that financing gap and offer them a solution that extends to them. But also we have other products, digital product that we just launched. It's called VPesa. It's a digital mobile loan where customers can be able to dial in and get to take a loan for emergency or those needs that may not need the normal process of getting a loan. The other one is construction, because we do realize that a lot of Kenyans, when you talk to any Kenyan, they always talk about, I want to own a home, or I want to do improvement for my home. But what we have noted over time is that Kenyans do their construction incrementally, and therefore our solution is for those who are building is an incremental product that you start probably you only need to do you've started a foundation, you need to put up the walls, so we come in and support you to put up that wall, or you want to put the roofing, or you want to extend for those who are doing rentals, maybe they might want to extend their housing, and we come in and provide that solution. Lastly, we have Wash. Probably not the last one, but I think there are two more. There is one more. Wash is a product that we offer to our clients because of the various needs of hygiene and sanitation. And actually, working with World Vision, we did realize that actually people don't need water. It is what they do with the water that matters to them. And therefore, when we provide a wash solution, it could be a latrine, it could be a satopan that they want to because of hygiene. It could be a water tank. It could be connecting, water to the nearest source. And therefore, we are able to finance our customers to be able to achieve that. The last one is a unique product, and I do believe, I think maybe this is the only product that VisionFund is offering that is very unique in its nature. Is we have found a way of, through working with World Vision, to bring groups together and take them through what we call empowered worldview, and I will talk about empowered worldview later, where these groups, they come together, and what we saw, it's what you would normally refer as table banking. But what we saw in the market is that these groups, when they come together, the money in the kitty is never enough, and because they do a rota of if we are 15 of us, we will do on rotation, and if the funds are not enough, it means if I'm the 12th one, I might wait for maybe 2 years to be able to get the funding, and so our solution comes to meet that gap of financing to allow the members to be able to, all of them to be able to access funds. So we lend to the kitty, to the group. We don't lend to any individual. We lend to the kitty, and the members, they lend the money to themselves. So we are operating the way you would do like a wholesale bank. You give a loan to someone else who will go and on-lend. So they do on-lend, and they make very good margins from the money that we lend to them. It's a very competitively priced product that ensures that they're able to make enough money so that by the time they do their share out, that is what they call the share out at the end of the year, that they have generated enough resources and enough money to be able to share that money amongst themselves. So that solution, we are offering it in 3 counties right now, and we'll be rolling it out to Mombasa County. And actually, as we speak, that launch is happening today in the coast. As we tried to formalize those village groups, previously they were called VSLA, Village Savings and Loans Associations. But through our product, which we call FAST, which is Finance Accelerating Savings Group Transformation, we have seen a lot of those members who would ordinarily would not have accessed funding in the immediate or near term, that they are able to access funding in that way. VisionFund International was formed by World Vision with the realization that initially when all the microfinance was started by World Vision, they all had different names. So if you go to Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Malawi, Zambia, all those institutions had a different form of structure. And World Vision felt that they needed to formalize and create a brand that is believable across the continent, because VisionFund is not just in Africa, we are also in Asia and also in Latin America. So they wanted to create a unified brand that can be able to be seen in the market that is driving a certain specific agenda. So part of the rebranding was to ensure that we, across all the markets where we operate, that we could be identified as a unique brand across those markets. So that's part of the reason why we rebranded. But also World Vision felt that they did not have capability to manage microfinance business, and therefore that's why they formed VisionFund International, to be able to run that business of microfinance across those markets. The Kenyan market is a competitive one. You talk of the number of microfinance institutions are there, the number of banks, the number of digital lenders, SACCOs. It's a very competitive market, and it's difficult to be able to go when you throw our products into the market, and other institutions throw their products in the market. Probably you may not find one unique thing. But what is unique about VisionFund Kenya, not just our Christian identity, but it's in the way, and this is the feedback that we have received from our clients when we interview them. They tell us about three things. Number one is access, that they are able to access funding. In fact, they ask in Kiswahili, ninaweza pata? So that almost tell us that access to our customers is key. The next one is convenience, that they always ask, na nitapata lini? So the speed of the way we execute and the way we are able to deliver those services on a timely manner also plays a key, important, compelling proposition for us to our customers. And the third one is about relationship. The relationship that we've built with our customers, our relationship officers, the way they relate with them, the amount of training that we go out and offer to our clients. We do provide client with education, and that puts us ahead of many others who would just want to give money for the sake of giving that money. So for me, those will be the three things that makes us provide us a very compelling proposition. As an organization, we have been able to embrace digitization, and actually it's one of our key strategic imperatives between 2024 and 2027, that we really want to embrace digitization. For VisionFund Kenya, we have been cashless since 2010. That's when we integrated our system with the mobile payment systems. And over the years, our transactions have been 99% of our transactions are paid through mobile payment systems. This is M-Pesa. We have continued to perfect that solution, and that's why we brought on board the V-Pesa, which is an app that can be downloaded, or we also use USSD to be able to access VisionFund Kenya services. But that is on the client facing. In the back end, we have also embraced digitization. Where we provided tablets, and right now we are in the midst of digitizing all our processes so that we eliminate or become paperless as an institution. So these are new strides that we are making, because the market, from what we have seen in the market, that customers want a solution and they want it immediately. They don't want to wait for it. And if we continue doing what we have done in the past, in the normal, alone with a briefcase and a lot of filling of documents, then that may not serve our institution. So we have we've also instituted what we call a credit hub. Previously, we had decentralized all our loans, to the branches approvals. But because of digitization, we are now decentralizing. We have technology to be able to help us, make decisions. Use part of machine learning to do review quickly, statements, and within 2 minutes you are able to tell whether you want to continue with that customer. Credit decisioning that are automated. That's something that we are working on currently, so that we are able to see the 360-degree of a customer and be able to provide them with a solution within the shortest time possible. What we have seen in the market is that there is a lot of the customers we are serving right now, they have embraced technology. And the fact that people don't want to wait, they want solutions immediately, and their preferences keeps on changing. That's part of the reason why we have responded by providing that solution for VPESA, because we do reckon that there are customers who do not have the patience to wait for the normal process for the loan to be done. 40% of our clients are below the age of 35 years. Then this is what we would refer as the youth. Part of us being able to engage with them is through social media. So we've invested in social media platforms where we are able to provide education and our solutions, so that they are able to know that these are the solutions that are there in the market. But also through marketing, trying to be on radio, trying to make our VisionFund be top of mind for our clients. And of course, what we've also seen in the agri space is that a lot of youth want to do, farming, and part of the solution that we offer is, the agri product, mainly tailored. There are those who may want to do, horticulture. There are those who want to do, fish farming, irrigation. We are able to provide such kind of solutions to them. But the other, aspect that we have seen, of course, the regulation, has also been changing and evolving. The new changes that were brought about by central bank requiring that to register as a digital lender. Of course, we do know that AMFI went to court and the case was thrown out. And through that, we've just been trying to comply to the new regulation. We have launched our application because we have the digital loan. So we already launched our application with Central Bank, even though our model is very different. Our model is very different from the digital lenders. We do have branches across the country. We have our officers going out to reach out to our customers, train them, and we just do more than just lend to our customers. I don't know that we have working with Amphi to have credit only regulation comes into play, so that we can be able to fit in one of those regulations. Yeah.
You still have that group methodology.
Yes. So we have three. Are they three or are they four? We have several methodologies that we use to offer our loans. One of them is a group lending, the solidarity group. Even though what we have seen over the years, and I think this was confirmed by the recent sector report, the MFI sector report in 2023, that a lot of customers want to borrow as individuals, and they are shying away from solidarity groups. And there are many reasons as to why that has happened. But we still do offer solidarity loans to our customers, those groups that have a common agenda, or they have a common project, they have been together for several years. We do consider that. We also have the other methodology, which is individual lending, where we lend to specific individuals. This is, you come as an individual and we lend to you. But also we have the digital, which I've mentioned, the V-Pesa. And the last one is what I call the FAST, which is Finance Accelerating Savings Group Transformation. This is where we lend to the group and lend to the kitty so that they're able to on-lend that money to their members. One of the initiatives that we started last year, after realizing that, because as I said, we want to see life change for good. If we plan that it's only finance that can be able to do that, what we've seen, it will only go to some extent. That financing and offering livelihood solutions to our customers will only go to a certain extent. And what we have seen over time is that customers, yes, they do borrow from us. They will go and borrow from other institutions. And for us, because we have a limit, we offer loans up to 25,000 USD. That's the maximum that we can be able to offer. We see customers, once they reach that level, they move to mainstream banking. And we have many customers who have come through VisionFund. They have gotten to that level, and we have offloaded them, to go to, because our mandate is to serve the low-income and rural communities. But one of the things that we noted is that even as we offer those financial solutions, there was a huge gap in the communities about mindset. That when a mind that is still shackled with beliefs that they can't make it. Some of them, some of the communities where we serve, they say umerogwa, so the intervention that we brought on board is called the Empowered Worldview, and Empowered Worldview seeks to deal with beliefs that are inherent in us that hinder us from achieving our full potential as God would want us, to be. And so we offer a training, and this training is for free. We do not charge to groups that comes together or individuals that come together. And we have trainers who are trained internally, who go out and train our customers on Empowered Worldview, where customers are able to know that they have limited resources, that we address issues about their own identity, who they are, how we see faith in action in the communities where they serve, that the financing solution that we provide to them, how can we be able to see that faith in action in the communities that we serve? But also the last one is about relationship. And what we noted, yeah.
How do this play change the mindset?
So,
Sounds very interesting.
yes. So this is a training where we bring individuals together, and it's a very interactive training, and it has skits, it has things that they do together when they are being trained. So it's not the usual training where someone comes in front and train you. It's a very interactive and involving training where groups, for example, if I may give out an example about resource, we have what we call the longest queue. And the longest queue, we've seen the customers when they play this. Some of them even who had come to borrow money, they say they have enough. They want to go and look at the resources that they have, because the longest queue is we ask them to make the longest queue based on the resources that are available in a training session. And so we see all of them. Some of them will even remove their shoelace to extend the queue. And so they realize that we are not limited in resources. It's just our awareness of the existence of those resources. And what we have seen, we did some trainings in Eldoret, and part of the feedback that we got immediately from some of the groups that were trained, that they were coming because they thought they would get money, and but when they came for that training, because we asked them, before you get money from us, we would want you to go through this training. It might be life-changing. And some of them, when they attended, they actually said they do not need the funding. Well, for a businessman, of course, that might sound like you are losing a customer. But what that tells us is that we may have given a solution that does not go to meet the need of that customer. What they needed is creating the awareness for them so that they know that they have resources at their disposal. So it's a very interactive training, and we give it for free. We organize, there are places that we have organized for churches. We go and train them, because we do believe that a mind that is a mind that thinks about abundance, and a mind that is unshackled is a mind that can be able to think beyond what they can see, or what they see as available to them. So we as part of our intervention is to change the mindset of the communities, and we believe that by playing that role, we also playing our God-given mandate, when they talk about repent, in Hebrew, repent means changing of your mind, and so we want to change the mindset, so that for even as we provide those financial solutions, that the people themselves have a mindset that is they have a growth mindset, and they know that they can be able to achieve more than they think of themselves. We are celebrating 25 years of existence as VisionFund here in Kenya. We have impacted and reached many customers, and there are many of them that have benefited from our solutions that we have extended to them. But we still believe that there is a lot more that we can be able to do. The opportunity to be able to serve the rural communities, those in low-income areas, and those who are vulnerable, those who are exposed to financial shocks. The opportunity is enormous, and here in Kenya, we do believe that we still have a space, to be able to continue driving that agenda here in Kenya. and driving our business and serving those communities. The road ahead, we do see ourselves right now. We are offering credit and insurance. We've started, last year we registered an insurance agency because we felt there was a need for us to be able to improve the resilience of the communities where we serve. So when it comes to hospitalization, when it comes to livestock, when it comes to crop insurance, of course working with the underwriters that are able to underwrite that book. So we've extended insurance as part of our intervention to create more resilience to the communities where we serve. So we have credit, we have insurance, but we do believe that, to complete that cycle, our customers need to have a form of savings. What we have heard from them, they ask us, can we be able to save with you? And the feedback has always been, we are not a deposit-taking institution. And so the road ahead, we do see ourselves, turning into a microfinance bank or a digital bank in the future, depending on the regulations that we will work on. And I do know right now there is a freeze for registration. There is a lot of consolidation happening, a lot of microfinance banks being bought by digital lenders. But what we see the road ahead is that for us to complete that puzzle, saving solutions is a key component of what we would want to offer to the communities. As we target, globally, we have a dream to reach out to 30 million children globally. And for us to be able to reach those clients, we must offer solutions that are, connecting with the needs that are there. And some of those, insurance, credit, and saving solutions are part of the things that we would want to offer in the future.